They brought English
how did
people
the
over to teach them engineering.
Oh, no, they didn't only bring
Germans.
they didn't only bring the English. They brought many
Yeah,
other
well,
people.
Europeans.
Sorry?
Germans.
Not only Europeans,
Americans.
other people as well. You know who built this country and who was working
Well, in the
on
Second
it?
World War, it was Germans.
Who was working in this country after the Second and First World War was not the British people, yeah? Who was working on the country was not the British people. When you fought the war and your soldiers died, you had to bring the Indians to build your country. You had to bring other people to build your country. And after after they built your country, you said you want to kick them out. Look at history. I don't have to prove it. Why do you have a big Indian population here in this
I've
country?
been hearing a lot of, it was very expensive for us to have lots of colonies.
Sorry?
You know, the common English people were suffering so that we could have colonies.
They were suffering,
It's always bad
invading
for the,
other people's.
It's good for the wealthy,
Yes.
the rich, the royalty, but for the working people, it's not good for them.
So do you
have to compete with the
do you
jobs.
agree with the colonization that happened with the British and the French and the German? Okay, good.
But
Do
we
you
gave
agree
it
with
back.
the?
We gave it back.
Do you agree with the? You gave what back? Do you
It's the first
agree?
empire to give it back.
Do you agree with the invasion that happened in Iraq?
Well, not really. But
claim
I
that there
agree
is-
Saddam Hussein was a monster.
No, I'm saying a claim that there is
There's too many monsters.
weapons of mass destruction in Iraq.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Yeah, and based on that, you went there.
Yeah.
You destroyed the country.
Yes.
You took the goods from there. Now, if I go to your house and I destroy your house, and you come to my house, you ask me for a place to live, I shouldn't complain, because I destroyed your house unjustly, right? And coming to the other point that you mentioned, look, Muslims have no intention of taking over Britain. Can you tell me what you mean by taking over?
Well, building mosques everywhere, and
Is that taking over to you?
well, I don't
How
think
is that
it's
taking over?
appropriate.
Sorry?
I don't think it's
Tell
appropriate
me why.
to come to a country and then
Do you believe
practice a religion which preaches against the country.
Do you believe that people should have the freedom to express their religious faith, to pray?
Not really, no.
Not really. So you think people shouldn't have the freedom to be
Not-
religious?
Not when they go to a
So you should force them not to be
not in a
religious?
Christian country.
Sorry?
When you're in a Christian
Where is
country,
the Christian country?
Well,
The laws of this
supposedly,
country, the laws of this
we're
country
atheist
are
country.
not based. Yeah, it's not based on the biblical tradition.
Well,
It's not a Christian
That's where
country.
we get our morality.
Okay, morality came from the biblical tradition. Yes.
Emotional intelligence.
Before talking about emotional intelligence, what I'm referring to is this.
The Jews.
Do you agree that people should have the freedom to believe what they want to believe? Yes or
Yes.
no? Okay.
But
Do you
when
believe?
in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Sorry.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
So if you travel to a Middle Eastern country, you'll act like a Muslim.
Yes,
You grow
but
your
I
beard.
won't.
You'll wear a thawb. You start to pray.
I've got no interest.
Sorry?
I've got no interest.
No, but what you're saying is
Why are you
ridiculous.
interested in my country?
What you're
I'm
saying,
not interested in yours.
What you're saying is ridiculous, right? Even if you
No.
have no interest,
I'm not interested.
there is other English people in my country, in other people's country, right?
Yeah.
It's not because you're not here doesn't
wish
mean
they
that.
were.
Okay, now if you go pick them all from the other countries, then you can tell the people who are here not to leave this country, right? That's a reasonable trade. But because you're not interested in leaving here, doesn't mean you can tell to others who are coming to enter. Look, you agree with this.
But what about
do you agree
proportion?
with the laws of this country?
How many English people are there in Pakistan?
Do you agree?
versus how many
Do you agree with the
Pakistans
laws
in
of? Do you agree with the laws of this country?
What?
Do you want to move because of the noise?
No?
He doesn't want to move. Okay. Do you agree with the laws of
I
this
don't want to
country?
be filmed, really, but
That's fine. Do you agree with the laws of this country?
some of them and some. Well, for example, these new laws about wearing face masks.
Okay.
I do not agree because they should have been debated
I'm
properly.
not referring to these ones. I'm
Oh,
referring
right,
to the normal laws.
So you want to talk about the laws that you want to talk about?
No. I mean, generally, the laws of this country before we had this pandemic
Yeah,
even
but-
coming. Do you agree with
But
them?
it's quite an important point that they just made laws overnight without debating them. That's not how we do it.
I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you
just
at this
thrown
point.
out.
But we are not. We are having a discussion. We are having a discussion. We're having a discussion.
Scientists are communists. Man.
Just before we divert,
They're
we're having.
literally some of them are part of the Communist Party of Britain.
We're
On the
having
stage.
we're having a
Look it up.
discussion.
Susan Mickey, she's a communist.
We
She's
are
advising our
before we
government.
divert, brother.
One.
Excuse me, sorry, I'm having a
Isn't
conversation
one
with him
bad
here.
enough?
Before we divert to another conversation about
Someone
corona.
who's a communist is advising our government.
We were having a discussion over people in this country, right?
Yeah.
Not corona.
There's-
So I don't want to
There's a
divert.
pact with communism and Islam.
Okay, before we divert
Yeah.
the discussion, what I was saying was very simple. There is laws in this country. Yeah, these laws have allowed the people who enter the country to enter. Right? If you have a problem with that, you should elect a party which
Yes, I did.
makes
I tried to.
Okay, that means do you believe in
Brexit
democracy?
party.
Do you believe in democracy? Well, democracy says that they don't agree with you, my friend. So if the majority says that they are happy with other people coming because they bring business
Yeah.
opportunities, you shouldn't be upset if you believe in
But
democracy.
If you looked at the map after the election, all the cities were red Labour. All the ordinary English people voted Conservative. Yeah.
Ordinary English people.
Yeah, the real.
So other people are not ordinary.
Yeah, the working class English people
Okay. Yes.
who love this country. They
Okay.
all voted Conservative.
And who hates this country?
Well, the people who live in London.
People who live in London
Yeah,
hate London.
My family, my friends.
Okay.
They hate this country.
You're English
Yes,
people. You're referring to English
because
people now.
they're self-loathing because they've been taught
Okay.
at school to be ashamed of our culture.
And you're not happy with that?
Not ashamed of the
No,
culture, ashamed of your history.
Yes, and
Of
I'm
the
not.
British history.
Because
Okay.
I read it myself,
That's
and
fine.
I'm not ashamed.
Can you tell me something
I'm
about
very
the?
proud.
Can you tell me something about the British culture?
Okay, yeah, we are the first culture in history
Yes.
to stop slavery.
Okay.
And at great
Where did you get
expense-
the information from?
Great expense. We patrolled the Atlantic Ocean with our
Okay.
navy
Can-
to
can-
stop slave ships.
Can you give me?
Yeah?
Can you give me a historical reference over what you just said?
So you're saying we didn't? We
Yes,
didn't use
I'm
our
saying
naval
I'm
ships
saying
to
you're not the
patrol?
first person to remove slavery. 100%
Right.
you're not.
Okay. Well,
Do you have any evidence for
it's
the claim you
something
made?
It's something that all mankind did. The whole of
Okay,
history.
so now it's all mankind, not the British people. I'm
Well,
asking
that's-
about.
that's
Do you know what culture
That's a
means?
natural-
Can you
so
tell me what culture means?
Actually, I think slavery is a natural human nature.
Can you tell me what culture
not
means?
all bad.
Why is culture?
It's not all bad.
Why is culture?
What is culture?
Yes.
Well,
It's not an achievement your country did. I'm asking you. You said you want to protect the British culture.
Yes.
There's no such thing as the British culture. Tell me what is the
well,
British culture?
Shakespeare,
Shakespeare is the British
Yeah.
culture. Are you being serious?
Magna Carta, all the medieval kings.
Tell me something about
King
your culture.
Canute.
I want to learn about your culture.
Well,
What is it?
well, read
You
the
have
book
a, you have a
then. Read the
specific
English history.
English dress.
The Tudors.
English food.
Henry VIII.
Why is the English
Henry
food?
VII.
Why is the English food you have? The English dress.
Yes.
Tell me
like
your
eel,
culture.
You know, seafood,
Seafood.
Yeah.
That's
Fish and
British.
chips.
That's British food.
haggis.
Fish and chips. Yeah. That,
Fish
that,
and
that is that is. Look, the problem
Yeah,
is.
we just got fish out of the ocean
I
and
can-
cooked it like everyone else.
Do you
did.
know 100 years ago,
Yeah.
in Britain, every
some
woman,
spices there.
every woman
Right.
was walking these streets, were covered her head?
Yes.
Why? This is your culture.
Yeah, that was ages ago.
That's
but you're
that's
still
what
doing
that's
it.
what culture is.
Yeah.
I'm saying 100 years ago, and that's what culture is.
Yeah, but we.
Okay, so your English culture says that
Yeah,
women
maybe
should
we've
cover
gone
their
wrong.
heads. So if you want to protect English culture, you should tell women to cover their heads, because that's your culture. 100 years ago, they were acting like Mary, the mother of Jesus, because
Yeah,
they were
well,
following the Judeo-Christian laws,
Well,
and
we-
they were covering like she was.
We've let that out, genie out the bottle now. With, that,
You did.
with women's
Can you
rights.
tell me?
Yeah.
Oh, based on what have you
We've
done
gone
that?
too far.
No. Based on what have you removed that? Based on what have you said that this is now
I
not
believe
relevant?
We've gone too far with women's rights.
Sorry?
I believe we've gone too far now with women's rights.
You mean you give women too much rights?
Yeah, I think they think they have to go to work, have an amazing career, and bring up loads of children. You
Okay.
can't do both.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why
So I feel
Islamically
sorry
we
for
don't
the
agree with that.
women
Sorry?
I feel sorry for the women now because
Look,
they're driving themselves crazy.
Yeah, there was a plan behind
what the national
telling
dish
women
is for Britain
behind telling women these things about feminism and,
Yeah.
and telling them
But
self-empowerment.
if they read history,
Okay,
they would get a more grounded.
that's why Islam
understanding.
is relevant today, because Islam agrees with you.
Yeah, it's
So
conservative.
you see, Islam agrees with you more
Yes,
than you
but
think.
I don't want any of that. I want.
What do you know about
I
Islam?
want Judeo-Christian
Can you say-
conservatism.
what do you know?
not
He wants
Islamic
fish and chips.
conservatism.
What do you know?
And chicka
What do
tikka
you know about
masala.
Islam?
The Jewish Sharia is
I know
first
that
to
it was
us.
started in the 7th century by Muhammad. So.
That's wrong information. The first information you know is
Right.
wrong. What else do you know about
Was
Islam?
it based on Ishmael,
No.
a Jew?
No, we don't deal with this kind of racism stuff. This
When
is
did
not
it start?
Islam. Islam started with the first human being.
Right.
Do you know what Islam means?
And what about Judaism?
Sorry?
Judaism.
Judaism comes from Judah.
So it's before Islam.
Sorry?
It's,
Was Adam before Judah or after
Hebrews,
Judah?
they were when they were born. You know, the beginning before Jesus.
Do you want me to answer your question?
Yeah.
Islam means submission to the Creator.
Yeah.
Right? We believe Adam, the
I
first
don't
human.
submit.
I understand. Let me just finish on. Did I tell you to submit? I'm explaining to you what we believe, right? The first human being existed, which we believe was Adam,
Yeah.
right? He's submitting himself to the
Yeah.
Creator, right?
Got that from the
by
Jews.
by that, there was no Jews at the time. Now, if Adam was the first human being, how did you have Jews? Now, if you allow me to finish, you'll understand what I'm
story.
saying. If you allow me to finish, you'll understand what I'm
Isn't it the
saying.
Hebrew
Are
story?
you just repeating things you hear?
Belief in monotheism.
Is it not a Hebrew story, Adam and Eve?
No,
No.
it's not a Hebrew story.
So it comes from what? Arabia?
The stories that you see about Adam, about Noah, existed way before the biblical tradition.
Yes.
Do you know that?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so it's not a Hebrew.
time, but they were the first people to get it down in writing properly.
Before
the Ten Commandments.
before we talk about writing,
Yeah.
let me explain what I'm saying, right? Islam means submitting to your creator,
Yeah.
right? The one who created you, the one who made you. We believe the first human being was a Muslim, Adam. Now you're referring to Judaism. Judaism comes from Judah. Judah is of the 12 sons of Jacob. Jacob was the son of Isaac. Isaac was the son of Abraham.
Yes.
What religion was Abraham? There was no Judaism.
Well, yeah, he was
There was no Torah. There was no gospel.
Assyrian,
That's not a religion.
Astarte,
That's not a religion.
They were monotheists.
I'm asking what religion was here.
They were monotheists.
Persian.
Persian a religion?
Well,
Race.
Zoroastrianism.
There was no Zoroastrianism at the time.
Cyrus the Great.
He didn't exist at the time. He was not even born.
He was a friend of the Jews.
How is your knowledge of history?
Well, it's patchy.
Okay, now
Like everyone's is.
Okay, let's-
There's not enough time to read like the entire history perfectly.
I agree. But before you make a claim about Muslims, you should
Yeah.
know one or two things about
Well,
them.
I keep hearing
You-
the 7th century started by Muhammad, and you're saying that's not true.
So do you believe any hearsay things
Well, I've
you
heard
hear?
that
You hear
when
around?
You hear something again and again and again. You think. I guess
Do you know what
that's-
brainwashing is?
Yes. Obviously.
Okay, that's what happened to you, my
But
friend.
I'm aware of.
I'm telling you that's what happened
I
to you.
always play
Do
devil's
you hear in the
advocate.
media? Do you hear in the
I
media you
always
have to wear the
question
mask?
everything. I question
Do
everything.
you hear in the media? You
Yes.
keep hearing you have to wear
And
a
I
mask.
don't do it,
Why
no.
do you disagree with that?
I don't do it.
Exactly. So similarly,
Because
when
I
you
think
similarly when
for
you hear
myself.
similarly when you hear in the media that Islam
Skeptical.
started in the
Skepticism.
okay. When you hear in the media repeatedly that Islam started in the 7th century, it doesn't make
Not
it a
in
fact.
the media.
Where did you hear it?
Like I look, I listen to. I've heard other Muslims
From
tell
who?
me this.
From who? Name me one Muslim who
Muslims.
told you that.
Ones I've seen online.
The ones you've seen online.
Yeah.
So you heard something
Why
online.
would they? Why,
and that
what's
made it
your-
true,
where
made
does
it a fact.
start?
Sorry?
You're saying it started just. It was always there.
Islam is a
That's
concept.
very
Islam is a
vague.
concept.
You
Of,
can't prove that.
Islam is a concept of submission,
Okay.
right? We believe each prophet that came to humanity, Adam, Jesus, Moses, Noah, Abraham, all of them were Muslims. They will all bring in a concept of submission to your Creator, right? We don't believe Prophet Muhammad
Muhammad is
started
not
that.
important?
No, he didn't start that.
You don't think it's
did,
important?
did I say that?
no,
Or you're
you're
putting
asking-
words
you're
into my
jumping-
mouth?
you're jumping.
You're asking who started the religion, not who's important and
Who's
who's
the
not.
most important figure in the history of Islam?
In what way?
In
Allah
the-
says in chapter 2 of the
Who
Quran.
defined it?
You want me to answer my
Who
question?
wrote the hadith?
Allah says in chapter 2, now which question do you want me to answer? What's your name? Where do you live? Did you travel last year? Did you come here?
Okay,
Did you
who
go
wrote the
there?
hadith?
Which question do you want me to answer?
Who wrote the hadith?
Okay, very good question. Who wrote the hadith were the companions of Prophet Muhammad. The people who lived with him, people who heard what he said, wrote down what he said, and it transmitted back to us. We have carbon dated manuscripts of what Prophet Muhammad said.
Yeah.
Right.
And he plagiarized it from the Hebrew text.
Okay, what did he plagiarize? Give me one example. Give me one example. Brother, if you just allow me
Jesus.
to. Sorry?
Jesus?
He plagiarized Jesus, a historical
They mentioned
person,
Jesus.
figure.
Yeah.
How did he plagiarize
King
him?
of the Jews.
Did you read the
But they
story?
mention him.
Did you read the story of Jesus in Islam and the story of
But
Jesus
they
in
mentioned
the
King
Bible?
of the Jews. Yeah?
Sorry?
They mentioned Jesus, the King of the Jews.
Are you saying Jesus was the king of the Jews? The
Yeah.
Jews don't agree with
That's
you.
what he called himself.
The Jews don't agree with you.
And
Are you
he's
Christian?
descended from David.
Are you Christian?
Well, I was brought up Christian,
You was brought up
but
Christian.
now I've learned
So do you
that
believe
we
in
owe everything to
Do you believe in
to-
Christian
to
values?
Jews.
Do you believe in the Bible?
We owe everything to the Jews.
Do you believe in the Bible?
The Old Testament,
In the Old Testament, not the New Testament.
not so much.
Okay, so in the Old Testament, when God told people,
Yeah.
in Numbers 31 verse 17, when Moses told his soldiers
That's
to
a good
take little girls, right,
Yeah.
and rape them, do you agree with that?
Yeah.
You agree with rape of little children?
Of course not.
That's the British values
No.
you want to bring,
Oh, yeah.
and you don't want Islam.
Yeah, we rape lots of young
But you
people.
said you agree with the Old Testament.
I think
Do you
we
agree
know-
if
I
you
think
rape
we
a
know where
woman?
young people get raped more.
Do you agree if you rape a woman, you should give her father? Do you agree if you rape a woman?
Not me.
Do you agree if you rape a woman?
Come on, the Catholic
Brother,
Church is a
brother, we
scapegoat.
don't want to divert. Please,
It happens
please
in
let me
every
speak
part
with
of
him.
society.
Do you agree if you go?
Pedophiles want to make you think
Do you
it's just the
agree-
More
Catholic Church.
paedophiles in the Vatican than anywhere else in the world.
No, that's what they want. That's what the pedos want you to believe.
No,
So
that's
you
a
don't look for
capital
them everywhere
paedophilia.
else. They're everywhere.
Brother.
They're everywhere.
Speak to him.
They're in the
Do you agree?
Protestant church. They're in
Do you
the
agree?
Jewish church. They're in-
Do you agree that if you should go rape a woman, you should pay her father 50 shekels, and then she should be forced to marry you? That's what the Old Testament says. Deuteronomy.
But we know where that's going on in the world still, don't we?
Do you agree with it? That if you rape
No,
a
but-
woman, she
but
should
it's
be
not
forced to
happening
marry
in
you?
England. But that
Sorry?
happens in countries
But
in the world now.
that's your morality.
So let's
That's
stop
what
it.
you believe in.
Why don't we fight against
You said
it?
you're Christian. You believe in the Old Testament. That's your
Saudi
morality.
Arabia. Why don't we stop it?
You should stop it. I agree.
Well, no, I think
What
we
part
should-
of Saudi
I
Arabia
think
do you
we
want to
should
stop?
just-
What is it that you want to stop?
We should just cut them off.
Sorry?
We should just cut
So
Saudi
you
Arabia.
should kill Saudi Arabia.
No, cut them
So
off.
you're propagating
Not
killing
deal with them.
innocent
No.
people. Is that
Not
what you're
deal with
saying?
them. Let them kill each other.
Let them kill each other.
that's what they'll
So you believe that people should go killing each other.
No, well, it's their business. I'm not interested in what they do.
So who told you they want to kill each other? You said let them
Well,
kill each other.
I'm not. I'm
So
interested.
is
in
that the
my-
values you're saying? Push Islam away,
values.
but let's allow
It's
other
not my
people
business.
to. Where did they tell you they want to kill
It's
each
not
other?
my business.
When did they say they want to kill each other?
It's not my business what goes on.
When did they say they want to kill each
Well,
other?
they seem to be. They don't seem to have value life.
Have you been to Saudi Arabia?
Well, they have slaves.
Have you been to Saudi
No,
Arabia?
no, and I
Can you
never
tell me
will.
one city in Saudi Arabia?
But they build, Dubai. They're building these huge.
Dubai is not in Saudi Arabia.
United Arab Emirates.
Okay, so you were referring to Saudi
It's the
Arabia. Why
same.
did you go to the United
They're
Arab
very
Emirates?
similar.
How?
They're not similar.
Well,
Are you
they're
similar to the German because they're next to you?
No.
Are you similar? Are you similar to USA?
They're ultra conservative.
Sorry?
They're ultra like.
Who told you that?
Well, that's what I see.
That's what you think. But you have no knowledge
you're
of
saying
them.
they're liberal countries.
No, are you assuming liberalism is true? What evidence you have for that?
Yeah, to a point, yes.
Tell me your evidence for the truth of liberalism.
Well,
Why should we adopt
I'm a liberal in
liberalism?
the sense that I allow you. I'm not going to tell you what.
You
to do.
allow me?
Yeah, I
You think
allow
you have
you-
authority to allow me
No,
to stop me?
well, no, yeah.
You have the same authority in
And
this country as I do.
You have the same authority to,
Yeah,
to
so
allow
you-
me to have my own opinion and to say what I want.
That was the beginning. You said Muslims should not have their freedom to pray in their mosque.
not
And now
in
you're
England.
saying you're liberalist
Not in
and
England.
you want to allow them to pray.
Why?
You're contradicting
because
yourself.
I don't think I wouldn't go to a Muslim country and build a church.
Look at our church.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't agree with that.
You're saying you're a liberalistic person.
Yeah.
You believe in liberalism,
Yeah,
but you
letting
don't
people do what
want
they want.
you don't want to give the liberty to Muslims to pray.
Not in my country.
So
no.
where should they pray?
Where, in their
You give me a
country.
solution.
In their country.
No, they live here now. Where should they pray?
Well, if they
They're working. They're giving you money. They're paying you taxes.
But if they wanted
Your-
to
your
pray, they
country is
shouldn't have
growing.
moved here.
Your
They shouldn't
country-
move to a Christian country.
Your country is growing. Your country.
Yeah. So
Okay, he was born here. So what do you want to tell him?
So love this country.
What do you have to say to
love
him?
this country's
I
tradition.
do love it.
Did he tell you he hates this country? Where does he pray?
Why don't you be a Christian?
Oh, so your solution is for him to leave his religion and adopt yours. That's liberalism.
No, I don't-
That's
I
liberalism,
wouldn't
yeah?
want him to leave his
Liberalism
religion
is to
because he'd be
force you.
killed.
Liberalism is to force you to leave your own religion and adopt another one.
What's the punishment for apostasy?
In what religion?
Which one?
In the Old
The
Testament.
only one.
In the Old Testament, in Deuteronomy chapter 13,
The
verse
only
6,
one which has
is to
death.
kill the person yourself.
The only one that is
In
death.
your morality, you should go kill the person yourself. Deuteronomy chapter 13,
What
verse
in
6.
2020?
Is that what you believe?
What in 2020?
But you believe in the Bible, you
Which
said.
religion in 2020?
You said you believe in the Bible.
Is the punishment death for
So
apostasy?
can you tell me what is the punishment for apostasy? Can you tell me?
Yeah, death.
Death.
In
That's what you
Islam.
believe.
In Islam.
No, but liberalism is the same. That's what John Stuart Mill said.
What?
Do you agree with that?
say I don't agree
Do you know
with
what social
liberalism,
social
you get
contract
killed,
are?
yeah?
Sorry?
You get killed.
Sorry?
You get killed if you say you don't believe in liberalism here.
No, I'm saying treason.
Yeah.
If you apostate,
Well, now you're talking about treason.
what is apostasy?
Leaving a religion.
Okay, is that not considered to be treason?
Well, in Islam, apparently, yeah.
And you're talking about Islam. Can you tell me where does Islam say that the punishment
We
for
don't
apostasy
care.
is death?
No one's Christian anymore, so no one cares. You can slag
But
off
you
God
said
as
you're
much as
Christian.
You like here.
You said you're Christian. What happened to you? You changed your mind now?
No.
You said you believed in the Old
I was
Testament.
a lap Christian, and then I realised that we owe everything to the Jews.
You said you believe in the Old Testament.
Yes.
People heard you saying you believe in the Old
Yes,
Testament. Okay,
because I've-
if you believe in
but
the Old
I've only
Testament,
recently realised that.
the punishment in the Old Testament of apostasy is to kill the person yourself. You should gather everyone around, pick up stones, and stone the guy yourself. We don't believe in that as Muslims. That's what you believe
Well,
in.
you should, yeah.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
So now you're happy with killing apostates. Why were you upset about it 2 minutes ago?
Well, no,
Why are you contradicting yourself every 2 minutes?
because I'm
Look.
human. Is it-
It's fine to be
We all
human.
do.
It's fine to make mistakes.
think you've never
My only
contradicted
advice.
yourself?
My only advice.
Have
Of
you
course
never
I have.
contradicted-
I
There
have.
you go.
I have.
So don't be
But I
so
don't speak about things without
rational.
knowledge like you. I don't speak about things that I don't know. When I spoke about your text, I gave
Who
you
knows-
references.
Who really knows anything, you know?
Who really
what
knows
is
every-
knowledge?
Do you exist? At least you know that. Are you talking to me right now?
Yeah, but you don't
So
know
we know
what I've
certain
read.
things, yeah?
You don't know what I've read, and you don't know
Oh,
what
I
I've
certainly
read.
know you haven't read the Old Testament. That you just believe. You say you believe.
I've read some of it,
Some of
but
it.
you've got to keep reading it and reading it.
Okay, what have you read in the Old Testament? Give me a verse.
Lately, I was reading about Gideon,
Give me a verse,
and
yeah.
and God told him the Midianites were coming up into, well, I think it was like Sinai.
Okay.
And they were eating, grazing all their livestock on the land.
Okay.
And God told Gideon, you need to get rid of these people,
Kill them.
kill
eliminate them, and you agree with that.
Yeah, because they're eating all your.
So you believe that
Or
British people should
vegetation.
kill the Muslims that are doing the same, right?
Well, I believe the people that come across the
You
channel.
believe
not
Muslims
kill
should be
them,
killed. That's what you believe.
Just say go back.
You believe the British people
say
should
go
kill.
back.
You believe British people should
can't-
kick out the Muslims that are in this country.
Yeah, for the sake of the
Yeah,
for
thank
the
you.
poorest people in this country.
Yes.
You need to protect this country. That's
So you
why
should kick the
protect
Muslims
borders.
out. You should kick the Muslims
It's
out.
all right for the wealthy people.
So you should kick the Muslims out.
No, yeah, the poor.
Do you know what
people-
happens if you kick the foreigners in this country?
Yeah, some
You will
of
not
them.
have food to
Some
eat.
of them.
You will not have food to eat.
Not all of
The
them.
only reason, all your goods in this country are coming from outside.
Don't you think there's a,
All the workers
don't
in
you
this
think there's
country
a
are
good
foreigners.
amount- Don't you think there's a point where there comes too many? Don't you think there's a we want some, but not the entire world?
No, only a racist thinks like you.
A racist.
I don't mind if in my country existed British people or otherwise, as long as they're living peacefully, as long as they're helping in the building of the country.
But we
Where
can't
is the
take
issue?
everyone.
Sorry?
We can't take everyone.
You don't take anyone. You have no authority. You're just a citizen. No one asked you before inviting anyone. When people put laws in this country, they didn't ask your opinion, did they? I thought you believe in the
But
democracy.
We're trying to reassert
As
the
someone who
the
believes
power
in
of the
democracy,
people.
sorry?
We're trying to reassert now.
Which is democracy. The
Yeah,
power
yeah.
of the people.
Well, we've
the
let it slip.
The power
we've
of
let
the
it slip since the Second World
No,
War.
according to you, the majority thinks
No.
that it's fine
The
to allow
majority
people.
doesn't think.
It does.
No.
It does. So you're saying a majority of these people in this country are idiots.
Well, no, majority of the human
Thank
race.
you. They're listening to you
There's
now.
an elite.
They're listening to
of
you,
people
calling
that
them
read
idiots.
There's an elite of people that read history and have open minds, skeptical minds, critical thinking.
Okay, okay. You don't like Islam, right? Can you
No,
give me
I
an
don't.
alternative?
Yes.
Can you give me a certain
Christianity.
set of values? Alternative is Christianity.
Yeah, or
Okay.
Judaism.
So if a woman shouldn't, I was giving you certain verses in Judaism and Christianity now. If a woman doesn't cover her head, it should be shaved. Do you agree with that?
No.
That's Christianity. That's the alternative. I thought you believed in the alternative. Yes, it's in the Bible. Corinthians chapter 11. So if you believe in the Bible, you should believe that all of these women here should be shaved.
You can use your judgment to, some things are just not applicable in the modern world.
So who
we come
decides?
to a certain
Who
place
decides?
now. You can't go back to
Who decides?
medieval times.
Who decides?
You can't go back.
I understand.
Yeah.
That's in the New Testament. That is the most recent that about Paul
Wise
wrote.
people who've read a lot. Yeah, people like me.
No, I'm asking you now. Who decides which verses to take from the Bible
Yeah.
and which not to take, and why should we take your opinion over anyone else?
Because you,
If we have two people, one saying we should apply this verse, and you're saying we shouldn't, why should we take your opinion?
I think because if some people have dedicated their life to learning and being
You
wise-
haven't, clearly.
No, I
You haven't even heard of this verse in your life,
No,
and you're saying we
I
should
admit-
apply the Bible.
I admit I was a late starter, but I'm trying to make up for lost time by reading as much as I possibly can. And every time I read a book, I feel like I've become a better. My mind has
That's
become better.
that's a good thing. Have you read the Quran?
The Quran?
Yeah.
No, because there's not enough.
Because you're
time.
prejudiced.
No, I want to read the Old Testament.
So after
I'd rather-
reading,
wouldn't it be better to read the Old Testament again rather than read the Quran?
No.
it wouldn't be better. Do you know why? Do you know why?
Because it all comes from the Old Testament.
No. Because
Yes.
because that's your assumption
There's
over
nothing
it.
original in
Because
there.
that's your assumption over it. The story of Adam and Eve. I'm giving you an example.
What's
the story
the
of
great-
Adam and
What's
Eve.
the great original idea in the Quran?
Sorry.
Give me one great
The whole
idea that
Quran. The whole Quran.
Of the whole Quran that you could just say in a sentence which would make me change my mind on the Quran. Give me some
Nothing will
amazing
change
piece
your
of
mind.
wisdom.
Nothing will change your mind on the Quran. Let me give you a few verses.
Exactly, there you go, you
Let me
said
tell you.
it.
No, because you're prejudiced over it. You have set
No,
up your mind
well,
over
if
it.
you could-
Okay, let me tell you a
I've got an
verse.
open mind to a brilliant idea.
Okay, let me
A
tell you.
very wise idea. Give me a wise idea. from
I'll
the
give
Quran.
you a wise idea. Allah
Yeah.
says in the Quran, chapter 2, verse 256, there is no compulsion in acceptance of religion. Muslims don't believe that you should compel anyone to adopt a religion. You should
You
enforce
could've
it on
fooled
him.
me.
Sorry?
You could have fooled me.
Oh, go read it. Chapter 2, verse
But didn't
256.
Muhammad, like,
Open your
enforce-
phone now, read it.
No, didn't Muhammad
No, he
enforce by force?
No, he didn't.
No, he wasn't a warlord.
No, he wasn't a warlord.
He was a peace.
How do you define a warlord?
He was like Jesus was. He was like.
How do you?
Don't
Jesus
be
was a man
violent,
of peace.
man.
Do
He
you
was a
believe that?
hippie. He was a fucking hippie.
Do you believe Jesus was a man of peace?
I think he's a hippie. I don't think
Jesus
he
was a hippie.
I don't think he was all good.
Jesus was a hippie.
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
Turn the other cheek.
Okay, now
Sometimes
you
you
know
don't
what?
turn the
At
other
least
cheek.
I care about Jesus. He's my
Sometimes you have to
prophet.
fight to the
He's my,
death.
I'm offended you calling him that because he's my prophet. I don't appreciate you calling him. He will call you a hippie.
He's nothing.
What are you compared
you
to
don't
Jesus?
own him.
What are you compared to Jesus? How many people did you influence in your life? How many people
Well, we'll see.
know about you?
We'll see by the
How
end.
many people know
We'll
about
see
you?
by the end.
Compare yourself to a man
We'll see.
who existed 2,000 years ago. You know about him. You know his life.
Yeah.
What are you compared to him? You're calling him a hippie. What are you compared to him? What have you changed in the world?
Now in the day, now in the age
What
of
have you changed in the world?
democratized information,
You are,
things
you know,
are
you
gonna
know,
change
you know.
now, buddy.
Nothing of Jesus you compare to.
Yeah, he's just
You are
one
nothing
guy.
compared to him.
He's just one guy.
You are nothing compared to him.
He's just a human.
He is a guy, but humans are not equal in the impact they do over the world. The guy who gave you who invented electricity is not like the guy who didn't do anything in his life,
I
is
agree.
it? Okay, so Jesus is not like you; he's better than you in
Great
that
man.
aspect.
Great
He had
man.
effects over humanity, where he put these commandments to so many people that exist today that don't kill, don't rape, don't steal because of his commandments. That they maybe killed you,
But he
that
was-
they maybe stole from
but
you.
Jesus came nearly 1,000 years after Abraham, you know. So
So-
there were many Jewish prophets before Jesus.
Of course,
So why
Hinduism
did
exists.
Jesus get all the credit.
Hinduism existed before Judaism.
I think Moses is just.
Why
as
are you not
important.
following Hinduism?
What about Moses?
Why are you not following Hinduism?
Jesus, God spoke to Moses, gave him the Ten Commandments.
How
So
do you know that?
Moses is just as much Jesus' son.
How do you know
as,
God's
God's son
how
as
do you know,
Jesus.
how do you know God spoke to Moses?
I just know it. I
You
feel
just
in
know
my
it.
heart.
You just know it.
That's what I've learned
Okay.
recently.
So if someone knows otherwise, he
Moses
also
is
just know it.
important.
Sorry?
Moses is very important. figure.
Why?
Because why?
Give me a reason.
Why was his idea?
He's just a man, according to you.
How has his ideas conquered the entire world?
Where?
Well, North America, South America, Africa.
Okay.
Asia.
They're not Christian countries today.
Well, they,
So how
ultimately-
they're not Jewish countries? So how did Moses
well,
affect
no,
them?
It's based in Judaism.
Look.
It's based in Moses.
Let's have some rationality.
It's based in Moses, yeah.
Let's have some rationality.
What's wrong with Moses?
I believe in Moses. I have nothing wrong with him.
And you don't believe
But
he had
I'm
the
just
Ten Commandments
I'm
given?
showing you the inconsistency in what you're saying. That's the only thing
You're
I'm
just
doing.
being a sophist. Man.
You're asking
You're
asking
trying to be clever, but
what would I gain from that?
it's very bad.
What would I gain from that?
I get a feeling of kind of bad will from your arguments.
So you know now you see what's in my heart. The
Yes.
person who wants to kill Muslim, kick them out,
You're trying to be.
is the person who judges other people
you're
who
trying to
has
catch-
ill will and
You're
goodwill.
trying to catch me out, but it's not going to work.
What would I gain from that?
I don't know, like some kind of shallow feeling of superiority. I don't know.
And then what did I gain?
That.
Wasting my time. That's what I
ego
gained.
boost. An ego
Are you
boost.
trying to convert him?
No, I didn't.
An ego boost.
He's here having the
not-
most absurd,
Yeah, but he's
bad
not-
thoughts about Islam. How can I convert him?
He also have bad thoughts about Christianity and
Sorry?
Christ. He also.
No, he's not Christian.
No,
Even
no, but then what's the point of the conversation? Because he obviously jarring you.
he believes that Muslims in this country should be kicked out. I'm a Muslim. So
He's not
so
saying that.
he did say that.
But
he did
why?
say
Why-
that.
What's his,
Because it's a Christian country.
Look, there you go.
so
He
you're-
believes you should be kicked
No,
out as well.
Are you-
You're not
We'll fight
English.
each other.
Are you a Christian?
Well, kind of a lapsed Christian, but now I've realised that Judaism
Should he
is
be
the
kicked
answer.
out? He's not English.
Yeah, he's a Rastafarian.
So he should go back to his country.
Selassie.
He should go back to his country. Or should he stay
Well,
here?
if you love,
You
don't you love
wasn't- you wasn't
Ethiopia?
from it, you wasn't
Don't
from
you
it.
love
You
Ethiopia?
wasn't-
Do you see now you're gonna go against him? You see now why I'm talking
No,
to
but
him?
I'm saying
That is the
you-
reason I'm
Will you be
talking to
happier
him.
in Ethiopia?
In Ethiopia,
Yeah,
the earth is the laws and the fullness thereof, so we should be happy wherever we are.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, but this land, no one in this country cannot give anyone an acre of land because they don't own any land. Everything that we get, we have to buy. Even the queen, she have to buy.
When he's staying here, he's paying taxes. He's not staying here for free. When he works, he benefits the country, just like I do, just like every person here does.
Yeah, but even-
You want to kick the people who are actually helping the economy
so-
of your country.
Bro, it's
Yeah, but I don't think you
illegal.
want to go back to your country because it's
It's
corrupt.
illegal for us to pay.
What is
tax.
my country?
Well, every country.
What is
that's-
my country? Can
that's
you please tell me
Islamic.
what is my nationality?
Well,
How do you know my country is
I know
corrupt when you don't
what's
even know where I'm from?
because all Islamic countries are corrupt.
What's your
How do you know I'm from Islamic country?
Well, it's
What's
a
your
wild
nationality?
guess.
Sorry?
A wild guess.
And that's the issue,
So
right? You're
where are you
profiling
from?
people.
Are you from a
You're
Christian
profiling people, and you
What's
have
your
prejudices against other people.
What's mine?
What's your nationality?
English.
So your English is a nationality or is it a language?
Yeah. Are we not? Am I not allowed to have a nation?
English, is it English a nationality or is it a language?
He doesn't know
both.
about history.
Both.
sorry.
No, but this guy,
So you just.
let me ask you a
little-
question.
You said that yourself.
comments.
Is English, you said you're an Englishman.
Yeah.
Is English a language
Yes.
or is it's a language?
It's a Latin-based language. Yeah.
So are
And
you,
German.
so what's your origin?
Saxon, Central
Saxon.
Europe,
Saxon. And how did the Saxons get here?
Germany,
How did they get here?
on ships.
Doing what? How did they? What was
But there were
they
people here as
traders?
well. You know, there were
Were
indigenous
they-
people.
Hold on. Were they traders?
And we mixed, you know, there was a Norman invasion in 1066, and you know,
1066.
and then we intermarried, so it was like 10% of the population is Norman.
So okay, so the Bible was translated 400 years ago.
Yeah, and we did
Hold
crusades,
on,
by
bro,
the way.
listen,
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't even finished my question. The Bible was translated 400 years ago, 1611,
King James version.
King James Version.
Yeah, it's the first
But it was
translation.
translated way before
It
that.
was translated
No.
from Hebrew.
In Greek.
He's talking about the English translation, first
These-
English
these
one.
guys,
Yeah, but it's
they-
translated
these
into
guys,
Greek by-
you see,
The first
Francisco
English
Victor.
translation was the King
okay,
James.
Okay. So the first English translation
Yeah.
was
The King James.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whether it came from
And they
Greek,
made a lot of mistakes. Alright,
This
sorry,
guy-
sorry.
He has a question to you.
he
He just wants to
understand,
ask.
I understand where his mindset is because
Yeah,
obviously
it's going very fast.
Yeah, you see, you study by you suffer from anxiety.
Yeah, to a point.
Yeah, because you can't wait until the question is finished, so you're anxious.
Yeah.
So just chill.
Alright, alright.
So 1611. Before 1611, what book were your ancestors or your people using before 1611?
Are we?
Because remember, you didn't speak Hebrew.
They were reading Latin. You know, the scholars were reading
So you said
Latin
this
and
country
Greek
is an English.
translation.
This country is an English-speaking country.
Yeah, the monks started monasteries in like.
This country,
In medieval
listen,
times.
listen. You're the one that said
Listen,
it.
I'm saying, I'm talking. You saying listen?
No, but you haven't answered my question.
Yeah. Well, I'm
This
explaining.
country is a.
It's not. It doesn't start with the King James Bible. It goes
What
way
did it start?
before that.
What book was it? Before?
Medieval monks
Yeah.
teaching Latin.
So
They're
the
very
me-
elite.
so
very
when-
elite.
so Christianity-
Most people
okay,
are peasants.
okay.
Most people are peasants.
Okay, that's fine. So Christianity.
Yeah.
Who do you say that there was no Christians in England before 1611? Or were they reading? Were they?
No,
Was
well,
it Greek? Were they speaking
That
Greek?
was the religion.
So Christianity was the religion.
Believed in a
But-
Jewish God. Yeah.
Okay. So before 1611, what kind of book were they reading to like uplift
They weren't.
themselves?
They were being.
reading.
They were being preached to. Like the peasants were preached to by.
So they were
priests
being preached
and
to by
monks.
the Israelites.
Yeah, basically.
Obviously, the Hebrew Israelites.
Basically.
Now we're getting to your plan.
Yeah. So
Now you get it from his plan to your plan.
So we're,
No,
so
no.
we're
Well,
getting
well,
somewhere.
yes,
we're
yes.
on the same.
I know where you're going with
No,
this,
we
right?
both agree.
But I want to have a discussion with them over kicking people out who are not from
No,
his
no,
country.
but that's irrelevant. That's
It
bringing-
is relevant.
That's
It
bringing
is,
eight.
I'll tell you why it's
No,
relevant.
that-
Because he seems like to at least like a
He's-
person who listens,
Bro,
right?
you just-
He is a person
I
who
don't-
listens.